Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good Monday after the long weekend. So, as most people are aware, I've had numerous issues with CMS partners. And I did file 2 discrimination complaints against them with the Mass Commission Against Discrimination. The first complaint was when CMS partners shut off my water on multiple occasions. And then I amended that complaint 3 times. And then my second complaint against CMS partners was when they did not fill out their portion of the RAF application. Last week, I received an email from the Mass Commission Against Discrimination. They were saying that I had till July 10th to write a statement on why the complaint shouldn't be dismissed, and I was upset when I saw that email, to say the least, with everything that I have gone through because of CMS partners. So last night I did write a statement, to the Mass Commission Against Discrimination, and I sent it to them via email. So I'm going to read my statement. Hi, my name is Kateria Donovan. I have been homeless for more than 3 months because I was unlawfully evicted by CMS partners. CMS partners sees me as less than human because I'm Hispanic. That is why my water was shut off on multiple occasions. Then I made the decision to file my first complaint against CMS partners with the Mass Commission Against Discrimination. When CMS partners was notified of the complaint against them, they immediately retaliated against me by sending me an eviction notice. That's when the nightmare began. I battled with the court for 6 months to keep my apartment. I was behind on rent. I applied for RAF. My application was denied because CMS partners did not fill out their portion of the application. That's when I filed a second complaint against them for not filling out their portion of the RAF application. After I filed my complaint, CMS partners filled out their portion of the RAF application. If I did not file that complaint, I believe CMS partners would have never filled out the application. In February of 2025, CMS partners received a RAF check of $7,000 to cover the cost of the unpaid rent. In March of 2025, I was unlawfully evicted from my apartment. I do not believe this complaint should be dismissed. I believe a thorough investigation needs to be done on CMS partners. CMS partners should not be able to rent to tenants. What happened to me should have never happened to me or anyone. CMS partners shut off my water, my heat, and refused to make repairs to my apartment. CMS partners and other tenants harassed me, made me feel threatened, and made false allegations against me. It's devastating to hear CMS partners are requesting to dismiss this complaint. I'm the only victim here. I am a victim of institutional racism. Now I am fighting against all these injustices and trying to get my life back together. So that is my statement. Like I said, I emailed it last night, and I don't want that complaint to be dismissed. I think that, wow. I have 2 complaints, but neither of them should be dismissed. CMS partners needs to be held accountable for their actions, Yeah, I'm thankful that I survived. Like, being homeless, like with not having a roof over my head. And, and I'm so thankful that I've had this hotel now for, almost 2 months. And, next week I'm going to book another 3 weeks of this to stay at this hotel. I'm going to extend my stay for an additional 3 weeks. And then after that, I'm not going to have any money. That's why I've been asking people for donations to my GoFundMe or Venmo and stuff. Because after I make that payment next week, I'm like literally not going to have like any money left. It's going to go all to paying the hotel. And that makes me really sad. Because I have been looking for work for several months. And nothing has panned out. I mean, I do want permanent housing. Staying at a hotel is not permanent housing. It's temporary. And I need an apartment. I need a place to live again. I need to get back on my feet. This unlawful eviction happened to me. I didn't think in a million years something like that would ever happen to me. And it did, and I have remained strong. I continue to fight against these injustices. And, now I just want to, like I said, go have a place to live again. And I do look forward to the day that CMS Partners gets held accountable for all their illegal actions against me. And I'm never going to stop fighting it against them, because what happened to me was so wrong. It was so inhumane. And I just never want to go through something like that ever again. And that's why I'm recording traffic videos now, to expose the truth, to show when I'm in danger, if I'm in danger. Like today, that I was just like, leaving the Walmart and Route 1 Saugus. There's a lot of traffic on Route 1, so sometimes, I gotta wait a while to get a break to, get in the highway safely. And there was a guy behind me, and he was like beeping his horn. I'm like, you know what? I mean, this guy could back up and, exit a different way if he really wanted to, and I tried to ignore him, I really did. And I said to myself, well, I do have a security camera in my car for that reason. And now I'm recording myself driving for that reason. And, the guy came out of his car and started telling me I should, leave and whatever. And, he was being impatient with me. He wanted me to jump on the highway. And I just told him to go away, and people can hear that in the video. I didn't point the camera at him. Maybe I should have. But I'm glad that the situation didn't escalate, and I am thankful for the camera. The camera doesn't lie. The camera has kept me alive. So, I guess that's all I got to say for today. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.